What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 40 Shams 40 World. Today we're gonna be reacting to the true problem with movies nowadays.
You know, there's three problems with movies nowadays. Problem number one is that everybody's trying to revamp and remake something. Or the infamous live action. Like, what are we like? Make something original, please. Like the revamp, remake, retelling, live action whole trend is one of the worst things that's happened to the movie industry. It's really lazy and it pisses me off. And one big culprit is Disney.
Bro, this is how I know people don't read. There's so many books that have like these crazy intricate stories that would be cool as hell to be movies, but I guess no one reads nowadays, bro, cause what are we doing right now?
When I was growing up, Disney was peak. They was dropping banger after banger, Lemonade Mouth, Maleficent, other movies that I don't feel like thinking about right now. They was cooking up, but now they're too scared to do any new movies, so they just do live actions. For instance, the main one I want to talk about, Snow White, actually the inspiration of this video. Brother, I've never seen a live action movie worse than this one. But in my opinion, Snow White is everything wrong with movies nowadays. And let me explain this. See, in the original Snow White, right? The whole premise of the movie is about a girl that had beef with her stepmom because the stepmom wanted to be prettier than her. But her little mirror gadget told her,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Snow White low-key looks better than you. Actually, it's not low-key. She's for sure the fairest in the land.
What the fuck?
So the queen banishes this. I'm gonna just go with it. So the queen banishes Snow White to the wilderness, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She meets 7 dwarves and they become friends. And after that, I'm pretty sure she meets the prince for a little bit in the wilderness. They fall in love. But one thing leads to another. An old evil witch gave...
Yo, I seen this post where they talk about like the original stories, you know, of the Disney princesses and like how creepy the original stories were. Like how the motherfucker basically like, bro, this dude basically like in the original story, the prince, you know, whatever Snow White, and it's like, that's crazy. And then they have like these crazy age gaps in like the actual stories. It's insane.
Her an apple and she decides to eat it like an actual stupid
Disney just dumbs down the stories.
She went into a deep sleep. The 7 Nigglets low-key peeped this and they was like, oh, we gotta save her. So they went to find the prince, made him kiss her. She went from dead to alive. They have a whole love scene. And then the prince and the 7 dwarves went to go slide on the witch or queen or whatever. They get back, they have a big party or whatever, and they live happily ever after. The end, right? But since it's such a historical film and such an important film in Disney history, you would think they would honor the source material and truly give it their all when they made this live action. Well, obviously they fucking didn't. You see, Disney's seen this beautiful story, quote unquote, looked at it and said, I don't really like it. It's kind of misogynistic. But here's what I seem to not understand about this whole situation.
And the thing about the changes that Disney makes, they always make the changes that nobody asked for. Matter of fact, it's like the changes that low-key fundamentally mess up the story. They don't make, like, they make it different from what it was originally intended to be, bro.
If you didn't like how the story was originally, why would you redo it? Like, they completely changed every single aspect that people loved about this film. Instead of a prince saving Snow White, they made the guy a thief. Why would a princess fall in love with a thief? This is not Aladdin. And even in Aladdin, brother knew he had to get his drip up, bro. Like, there was no way he was gonna pull a queen looking like a bum.
Facts, bro. And in no world is a woman just gonna like magically like go for the you feel me, less well-off guy. Maybe like Titanic, but nigga, Titanic is like, come on, bro. They have, and technically, bro, the Titanic was like 2 days, bro. If she would have stayed, if Rose would have stayed with him longer and knew how broke of a nigga that man was, I don't know if she would have stayed with him. Like imagine he couldn't afford to buy them a house or a meal, bro. Like, I don't know if that relationship would have lasted. So I'm glad the nigga had his little, you know, 1-2 days. They fell in love, you know, and he passed away because I don't think he would have been able to afford her.
And then also, why is the Queen Gal Gadot? Like, honestly, I feel like appearance-wise, great casting, but she can't act. And this is a very well-known thing. I mean, just watch Wonder Woman.
Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no.
And then even Snow White herself was a bad casting. And it wasn't even for her acting. I actually think Rachel Ziegler, whatever her name is actually a pretty good actor. And she was actually pretty good in this film. But here's the problem. She doesn't even like Snow White. Like, she's publicly stated that she thinks the whole story is very misogynistic, outdated, and it's just overall not as good as she would like it. She literally gets visually disgusted whenever she talks about this film, which, again, if you don't like the film, that's purely okay. But why would you play the role? This is Disney we're talking about. This is not no indie production. They could have got somebody
the money
else
was
who didn't
looking
have to play
right.
this
The
role.
money
But I'm
was
gonna play
looking
you
right.
this clip, and I'm gonna tell you why she said this publicly.
The cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power. It became about the fairest of them all, meaning who is the most just.
She thinks Snow White is misogynistic, so she wanted to rewrite the story. Which, again, I've been saying it this whole video. Nothing wrong with that. But why would you remake Snow White? Snow White is a story made in the 1920s. Why are y'all expecting them not to be misogynistic?
I'm telling you, bro, it's like they don't ask, like it's a kid's story. So why aren't you asking kids for their opinions on what to change? I feel like there's because the changes they make, it only makes sense that an adult asks for those changes to be made, bro. Because there's no way any kid is telling you like, oh, yeah, make the guy into a thief, bro. Like that's that's like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Bro, they were 60 years away from slavery, bro. These aren't the best people of character. But originality is being missed in movies. That's why Sinners did so good. We should stop at number 2, originality. See, Sinners is everything right with movies, in my opinion. If you don't know what this movie is, it's a movie starring Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld, made by Ryan Coogler, and it's one of the best movies I've ever watched. And here's why. It was different. That's it. The vibe,
y'all
the
twins?
atmosphere,
Nah,
the
we
setting,
cousins.
the actors, everything was different. And even if there was familiar faces, they played their roles so well that I literally forgot they were acting. Michael B. Jordan literally played 2 characters in this movie. And about halfway in the movie, I forgot it was 2 different people. That's how well he played this role. This movie was just perfection. And you can tell everybody involved in.
I ain't gonna lie, Michael B. Jordan in real life, he got like a third of the aura that he be having in movies, bro. Cause in movies, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga looks cool as bro. What? That like no wonder, bro. You got all these girls fangirling over this man, cause bro, he be having that aura, like he just be doing shit and he make it look cool. Like goddamn, nigga, like, nigga, trying to be like you, twin. Be like you.
Really cared about what they were doing. From the writing to the set designs to the acting to the music made. Like it was just, there was one scene where it literally took you through the whole history of black music. It was just insane. Like it's one of the few movies that I've watched where I've really felt the energy of the film in the theater. And the budget was only $90 million compared to Snow White's, I think it's 180 million. Let me check.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, 240 million is crazy. Nah, yo, what? Yo, for this piece of shit, this movie is a statement. It's a statement to Disney, to Marvel, to Fast and Furious, to any movie company that keeps on remaking the same old films. Stop that shit right now because we're tired of it. Make something original, something that takes time, hard work. This movie didn't even take that much time to make. It was just such a good story.
It doesn't even have to be original, bro. Like I'm saying, like I said before, there are so many books, bro, that like deserve to be movies, but no one wants to, like, come on. And if they, or like, for example, what if we have like live action anime, but like with Marvel quality? Not the buns, like the Dragon Ball remake they had. No. No, I'm talking about like real Marvel, DC quality, whatever. Like the Superman movies, the Avenger movies. If they do with that quality, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. I think they're not doing it because they know that Marvel and all the little comics will go out of business, bro. Because anime is low-key superior. It's low-key superior. Let's be honest. Let's be honest now.
Such a good vibe and people actually care about it. You don't gotta do too much nowadays to entertain people, bro. Just make a good quality story that people can be attached to, or just something fun that people can feel a part of, like the Minecraft movie. Which leads me to number 3. Let's have fun with these movies. See, even though Sinners is more of a serious, deep, masterful movie, I feel like society is still missing those fun, energetic, corny but funny movies, which honestly doesn't take itself that serious. Like, I feel like all throughout the 2010s, we had movies like that. Like those comedy movies by Jack Black, Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler, those type of movies. I feel like society's missing those. Those movies weren't meant to be taken serious. The budget probably wasn't even that crazy, but they were good, fun movies to be a part of. You know, the grown-ups of the world. Stuff like that. And I feel like the Minecraft movie kind of brought that back. It didn't take...
Man, I miss good movies.
It didn't try to be the best production cost. It was just a good, fun movie. I mean, there was a whole trend where people threw their popcorn in the air because of a chicken jockey joke. Which I don't get at all.
I would hate to work at that.
Minecraft. And the whole vibe of the rollout of this movie was just fun. Kind of reminded me of the Minion movie a couple years back, which in my opinion was probably one of the best movie rollouts in the history. I mean, people were coming out wearing suits to the movie theater. Grown-ass adults.
Nah, we gotta talk about when Black Panther, the first Black Panther movie when it came out, bro. People were pulling up to the movie theaters. I did it. Bro, we were pulling up to the movie theaters in dashikis, bro. Benzes. Bro, motherfuckers was just, black people were showing out, bro. I literally think that was like the first step in the shift between like dark skins being accepted. Y'all know how like there was the great shift from, you know, the most popular, most like desired being light skins, and then there was like a shift to where it's like, okay, now it's dark skin, dreadheads, whatever. I think that was like the beginning of that shift. And then eventually it took over.
Pressing crazy just to see a movie that's for kids. But it just built around to the hype of it. The Minions movie didn't take itself serious. It was just good fun and people loved it because it knew what it was. See, this and Sinners is what we need in Hollywood right now. Either a deep original film or just good fun. It isn't that complicated. But what we don't need is revamps, because you see Disney falling off with this. You see Marvel trying to do this same thing with the whole superhero story, bro. It should have ended after Infinity War. I'm sorry. Because this next phase is just not hitting and nobody cares about it. And if you do try to do revamps, at least do it right, like DC is doing right now. I mean, that new Batman movie was peak, but it was peak because they really stayed true to what they loved. You could tell everybody loved what they were doing in the movie. They went all out. But this little revamp, being progressive bullshit that some of these movies are trying to do, stop it. Because nobody likes it. Just make good movies and appeal to your audience in the right way. Honestly, if these companies fix that, I feel like the problem with movies will be solved. But you know,
yeah, like, why are you changing original stories? Like, bro, the easiest thing you could do is make similar stories and have those changes that you want to see in the original story, have it in that story. But, you know, of course, change the characters, change some things so that it's not as noticeable. But yeah, bro, just make a whole new original idea, a whole new original movie. It doesn't take that much. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications for me. And if you want to join the 4D fam and be a part of 4D World, go ahead and join my Discord channel. And if you didn't know, your boy definitely knows how to put that shit on, so go ahead and follow my Instagram. I'm gonna be dropping heat on there very soon. All links are in the description below. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching, and yo, gang, can you like subscribe to my reaction channel, 4D Shams Live? I know I already said it, but like, come on, gang, come on, do me a favor. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, but not for real though, keep turning me up, bruh. 4D Shams, 4D World. I'm out. Love y'all.